What's going on, everybody? Larry here with my daily recap. Like I said, I'm going to get back into doing this every day, but this morning was definitely a choppy open. Just to jump right into the recap, and then I'm going to kind of go over how I got my screen set up. So if you ever watch me trade or something, you kind of know what I'm looking at. But anyways, just to get right into the recap, I had two losers today, and right now it's 15 to 12, but I'll go ahead and jump right into this. My Tradify accounts, I hit the max loss, the daily loss. I tried something different this morning. I tried to play the open, and it was definitely the wrong day to try that. I ended up hitting a daily loss. Other than that, I stuck to my, 5-minute and 15-minute opening range before I started trading. I had one other loser that was $155, but you can see the rest of them still ended up green. And like I said, the way I've started trading now, where I moved my trailing stop, it kind of, like you see here, this one's 630, 430, 170, 250. My profits is, all over the board right now. But like I said, I am trying to refine that and get a little better. And I mean, it's working so far. Instead of just shooting for 10 points, I just kind of trail it. Yeah, some trades I don't get a full 10 points. I might get 2 points. It just depends on how it works out. But I will make a video. I tried to today, but the market was just not moving today. It just wasn't doing nothing that I wanted to do. So anyways, like I said, I still ended up green, $1,600 after those two losers. So I'm going to call that a win for the day. I'm done for the day. I'm probably going to go mow the yard. Hopefully won't have to mow it too many times this year, but I'm going to just run over my screens and what I have and what kind of indicators I use. And maybe that just, like I said, if you ever watch me trade, you'll kind of know what I'm looking at, and you'll know what these lines mean. So, but just to start out, this right here on screen, this is the accounts dashboard from Affordable Indicators. It is a trade copier risk management tool all in one. I can control all my accounts through this one add-on, if that's what you want to call it, which I got Tradify, Apex, and Take Profit Trader. I trade them all through this one through NinjaTrader, but here it shows you your account unrealized when you're in a trade. This is your realized, this is the balance you have. And I can go over here and click these and set it to where I've got a daily loss or a daily profit. So if it hits either one, it'll lock me out of that account for the day, which is pretty handy, but I kind of like that. So we'll go on with the NinjaTrader. I trade on NinjaTrader, but I do most of my charting through TradingView. We'll go ahead and start with them. Like I said, I've got 6 screens and they're all something different, but this chart is a 15-minute I keep up. I just like looking at the NQ on a 15-minute. Really, the only indicator I have on here is this white dotted line, which is VWAP. This pink dotted line is the previous day close. I like knowing that. And then these gold looking lines are just pivot points. Like I said, that's the 15-minute, and we'll go over here to this other one first. And I also have the 5-minute ES and the 5-minute NQ on a screen. I like knowing kind of what the ES is doing. Sometimes they kind of go opposite, but I just like to know what it's doing. And the only indicator I got on here, like I said, is those pivot points, the VWAP and the previous day close. On the NQ, I have this right here, which is the 5-minute opening range. Sometimes I trade that. I like to know when it break to the upside or downside. On my center screen, this is the one that I look at majority of the time. I look at this as a 2-minute chart, but I trade on the 1. On this, I have a support and resistance indicator. Resistance, is red, support's green. I have the 15-minute opening range, which is this. I like to know when we break through the 15 and the 5. I like both those. But other than that, I just got the VWAP and pivot points. I like to keep it plain and simple. I think the simplest way you can trade is the best way. There's no sense in complicating it, putting all this junk on your chart. It just confuses you and it's no good. Just keep it simple. This right here, let me scroll over here, it's an indicator I bought a long time ago. It has a lot of things in it that I'm not going to get into because, like I said, there's a lot of stuff you can do with that Algo Pro. But what I like is this little info box. It has a 1 minute, 3 minute, 5, 15. It's got all these time frames and it tells you if the chart is bullish or bearish. I mean, I'd like to know kind of, how we're running or what it looks like. It just kind of helps me a little bit. And on my main, I think I went over everything on that. And on my main chart down here, NinjaTrader, the one I actually trade on, the only thing I have on it is this white dotted line, which is VWAP. Again, this right here, this area here, these blue lines is the 15-minute opening range. Let me grab this keyboard here. This red dotted line is the low for today, and this pink is yesterday's low. And then if we go higher, the green is today's high, and that teal looking color is yesterday's high. I like to know yesterday's high and lows. Sometimes we try to push for that, but like I said, I try to keep it simple. The only thing different about my Ninja Trader than standard on affordable indicators, I also have the essential, let me try it again, the essential chart trader, which is all this right here. I can go in and it has just so many settings. But like if I'm getting ready to get in a trade and I have a predetermined ATM strategy, you can just click on buy. That automatically shows me, my stop loss and take profit. If I want to sell, it shows me. I can hit buy click and put an order wherever I want it. I like that option. It makes things simple for me. But that's kind of my setup. I got 6 screens, and on this other screen down here, I keep Financial Juice pulled up. That kind of tells me, I have it on my phone as well. It seems like the alerts come across my phone faster than it does on the computer screen. But of course, I don't have the subscription. They have 2 versions. One's a paid and one's free. The free version's like a 15-second delay or something. But I like having it pulled up, kind of knowing what's going on. But again, that's my setup. That was my recap for today. I had 2 losers. I was an idiot and played the open, and I got hosed. I was just trying something a little different, so I definitely will not try that tomorrow. So lesson learned. So anyways, thank y'all for watching, and catch you on the next one.